You may remember a little while ago I discussed some statements from Capcom that they were going to be personally dealing with rage quitters until they found a more permanent fix, and Capcom has now noted some fixes applied to Street Fighter V in its latest Unity blog, and this contains updated information on how they are planning to deal with rage quitters. Now basically they're only targeting those with high disconnect rates, so basically if you have a few instances of being disconnected during a match, you don't have anything to worry about. So according to Capcom, players who quote fit the criteria of a rage quitter typically have an 80 to 90% disconnect rate, and while they are still working on a process to pinpoint these users thanks to community policing, 30 players have had their league points docked. And Capcom said, quote, "They can consider this a warning. We will be continuing to monitor those accounts in the coming weeks and will take further action if needed. Moving forward, we'll be making a sweep each week based on accounts in our system that have abnormally high disconnect rates, particularly at the end of the match, and will reset their league points. While we don't have an exact ETA on a permanent solution, we will let everyone know as soon as it's in place." Now, in my previous video I discussed how Capcom were calling on the community, the players themselves, to send in videos of rage quits, which allowed them to cross-reference with compiled data and basically help nail down, okay, what exactly is the behaviour of rage quitters. And basically they wanted this to make sure that they didn't start, quote, dishing out any punishments without clear proof. However, they have now received all the help they needed from the community and are now no longer in need of your help, although of course they very much appreciate it because, well, you are very much key in helping the rage quitter problem. And now Capcom can pinpoint users who are quote-unquote clearly abusing the system, and they're now going to be punishing players on a weekly basis. Now, as for the March update, more details on Alex modes and additional bug fixes will be detailed next week, but for the time being, players will notice a few additional fixes were made on the server side recently. For example, an issue where some users could not be found in rival search was resolved, and players will no longer be disconnected immediately after creating a battle lounge. However, some issues are still being worked on. There is a link in the description below this video where you can read the full Capcom Unity blog. But basically, TLDR, they are very much still working on a permanent solution for rage quitters, but from the sound of it, they got a lot of help from the community and managed to pinpoint the behaviours of rage quitters and have already successfully punished quite a few of them and hopefully resulted in a reduction of this behaviour on multiplayer matches. Do let me know your thoughts though, guys. What are your experiences on the ladder or even in casual play? Do let me know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.